might help. So they probably didn't hear you that well because your mic was off. There were no mics on at the desk.
There was no mics
for
on
your
up
intro.
here.
Oh,
Well, you didn't have them on for me when I got here, you
good
man.
Thursday morning to you, Kevin.
Good morning, Kevin.
Yeah,
And it's Wake Up Wilmington. Time to wake
Uncle
up.
Punky or Uncle Boney now?
We got Uncle Boney, Uncle Punky. I was Uncle Joe when I grew up.
Was it Uncle Joe?
Because I had nieces and nephews that were just like 3 years younger than me.
Oh, okay.
And so all my life I've been Uncle Joe.
I'm gonna.
Turn that one on.
Wasn't Uncle Joe like on Bonanza?
No, he was on, that was Joe Cartwright, but Uncle Joe was on Petticoat Junction.
Oh, Petticoat Junction. Okay, let me see if I can hear it.
Moving kind of slow at the junction.
Oh, wow, there's not much of a delay.
Oh,
We live and we are fast.
we are fast.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I've got to get with Dan Stewart.
I didn't realize how short you are.
Yeah, I've got to get with Dan Stewart. Well, this chair is shorter than that chair.
I don't think so.
The
I
legs
think-
on this chair are
I
shorter.
think you're just sort of like an old man.
You think? Yeah. Well, you're sitting on those three phone books. What do you expect, Davis?
There aren't even phone books anymore. You call these things phone books.
Well, no. Anyway, I'm not even going to try to explain it again to you. It's lost in the translation. Your hat is set high in your head like Uncle Boney's. Oh, not Uncle Boney's, Boney's. Uncle Boney's, Uncle
pushing
Punky.
it in. That's my top of my head right there.
So we have a news flash.
News.
Campus Nation will be doing the Miami Trace
Yes.
Hillsborough game this Friday night.
Although you talked bad about him and said you're not doing it freaking no more.
I didn't talk bad about him. I simply said that there's, it's very difficult to ask merchants for additional money, but there was a single merchant that stepped up, and we will talk more about them on Friday when your other broadcasting partner in the booth there.
Is it Michael Mark?
No, it's Sean.
Oh, Sean.
Yeah.
I keep getting Michael Mark or Mark Michael. He's got two first names or two last names. I can't figure out which one it is.
He's the internationally renowned fisherman. That's all you have to remember.
Renowned. What?
Yeah, like what you said.
Yeah.
So anyway, someone has stepped up, and they're paying the entire $150 to do the broadcast
And
on
you
Friday.
Daggone it.
I know. I thought I had a day off, and I thought, well, look, if someone's going to pay, if someone's stepping up, a merchant is stepping up and supporting Miami Trace and Hillsborough as far as in the game, then we will do the game. So the game is on. We've already talked with Aaron at Miami Trace. He knows we're coming. We're in the visitors press box. So we'll be there. Mark Michael will be on the field eating a Panther burger and drinking his mint julep besides running the camera from field level.
Where Jackson's playing New Richmond?
That's what it says.
Wow.
And the fun part is New Jackson or Old Richmond will be playing. That is who Miami Trace will face if they win.
At Hillsborough.
They'll turn around and have to go, I think, to Jackson and play them, or wherever the next location is. So Jackson will be Miami Trace's next opponent if they beat Hillsborough.
Right.
So figure that out. Now, we tried ahead of time to find out whether they were bringing their own officiating crew at Jackson, but we've not gotten an answer back yet. There's no comment. So we're not sure.
You better warn New Richmond.
Yeah, they probably should. Well, this one is at Jackson, so that's the other thing.
Right.
But I don't recall when we played Jackson a year ago at Jackson that it seemed like there were that many controversial plays.
Well, put it this way. When I'm referee, and it says on the thing, if there's any school for any reason you should not do, and one of the things is that you're, you go to school there? You are right now? Do you have kids in that school on that team?
You're saying as an official,
As
this
an
is sort of
official.
the official rules of the officials.
The OHSA asked everybody before the game, if there's any reason you should not do that game, even if there's nothing wrong.
Because it still might look improper.
It still may not look good.
So to have
if you're
the assigner and a full crew
right
from
that doesn't
Jackson
look good.
Doing the game at Miami Trace.
Yeah. He should not assign that crew to that game.
Yeah.
Never should have assigned his crew to a Jackson game. And I'll put it this way.
We call it sketchy. Sketchy at best.
If it's Jackson versus a school they should beat by 50 points, I don't think there's anything that's going to show up there. But if it's going to be a big game, a close game, you should not do that.
And it's not just that. It's the fact that Miami Trace jumped out to a 2-touchdown lead within minutes of starting the game.
And within minutes,
And
Jackson
had some questionable referee calls that got them back in the game. And eventually they...
All of a sudden, every tackle was a face mask. Every tackle was a face mask.
Yeah, so let's hope that we get into tournament that it'll be a lot cleaner game, at least from the standpoint of the officiating.
Well, and it wouldn't have stood out. The face mask you understand sometimes, but all of a sudden when there's a fumble of a guy standing up and the referee says he's on the ground and hurriedly was telling him it's a first down, let's move it now, let's go. And you find out when you see the replay that he was standing up, the other player caught the ball in the air and there was nobody ever on the ground.
Yeah, and I don't
how
know.
Can you be
I do
down?
not know how today, with all the cameras that are on these games, so many different cameras, that referees think that they can actually get away with these illegitimate calls.
Right.
Although the Chiefs do it all the time. So I don't know. But anyway.
It was funny you were mentioning, I wonder if Jackson brought the Kansas City Chiefs
referees, right, yeah. Well, I'm being facetious, but...
well, you said that before these things started happening.
I must say, yes, I must say that that was a very pitiful, example of refereeing.
My thing was, too, it's like we're making fun of, we're saying, the bad call, the inappropriate calls because it looked like they were making them on purpose. My thing is, if they were not on purpose, then you're one of the worst crews I've ever seen.
They shouldn't be refereeing at all. They
through this whole game. Yeah. And so if you're not, you are making horrendous, terrible
But now,
calls.
when we talk about assignments during tournament, isn't there supposed to be a choice of better referees for these games during a tournament game?
They take from the whole thing, but then they pull. It's like when I did my tournament games.
I mean, how the hell did you get to referee volleyball in tournament? Because you're so pathetic as far as a referee. I don't understand how they would assign you to anything.
There are two assigners that assign that Southwest area.
For tournaments?
Throughout the year.
Okay, all right.
And then there are two of them that are picked ahead of time that you will be tournament officials. And so there were those two officials, or those two assigners, who are also officials. Those two assigners assigned to me my games. And I got 5 games in sectionals.
So you've been doing tournament volleyball, right?
Yes.
All right. And then you also did a tournament, which was not the same thing this past weekend.
End of year tournament.
Right. So that was, and that was younger girls, wasn't it?
No, high school.
Was it high school?
Yeah, they were young. I mean, I was talking to some 14-year-olds because my grandson
you were just
14,
trying to
but they're freshmen.
You were trying to hook your grandson.
But they were the ones sitting at the table, and I just said, "What grade you guys in?" And they could have said seniors, but they didn't look.
Watch this man. Watch your granddaughters with around this man.
My grandson was there, and I was like,
he's trying to get them to go out with his. Well, they're not even old enough to date, Joe. How old do you have to be before you start dating? 15, 16?
I told my daughter when she was 25, she could start dating.
And that's about a good age. That's a good age to start dating. There's no question about that. So anyway, we will be doing, long story short, the Miami Trace Hillsborough game from Miami Trace this Friday night. That game, Campus Nation, will start probably about 6:45. And if Miami Trace defeats Hillsborough, or if Hillsborough defeats Miami Trace,
And I tell you what,
they both will be facing
Miami Trace just played them and beat them pretty badly. But when it comes to tournament, anything can happen.
Yeah, that's right. And it'll be interesting because Jackson, I don't know how good or bad New Richmond is. I don't think the Lions are that great a team this year.
They had to. No, they're not. Their record wasn't like a regular New Richmond.
But they're not. It's not like a 1.
They were like 6-4.
But it's not like a 1 and a 12. So obviously it's not like a 1 and an 8.
No, because the first 4 teams get by.
So it's 1 and 8.
So you're taking.
So number 1 plays number 8. Number 2 plays number 7. Number 3 plays and so on.
But
right?
you take it. You got 5 versus, and you start at 5 and go back. 5 plays this one. 6 plays this one.
Right.
And
so anyway, New Richmond had a decent season. They didn't have a spectacular season. They weren't like Miami Trace 9-1. Although once again, Miami Trace shouldn't have been 9-1. They should have been 10-0. But needless to say, it's water over the dam, right? Milk,
something like that.
Spilled, something you can't put it back in the milk jug, whatever. So anyway, I'm sure that you were busy all day yesterday when you weren't having your prostate exam. You were busy all day yesterday working on what you were going to be doing
arterial
for today.
Duplex on my leg, both legs.
Arterial duplex?
That was it. Arterial duplex exam or something. There's another word. I can't remember what that other word.
Oh, we only have one prostate, Joe.
I don't have that problem.
It's connected somehow.
These are my legs.
To something that's 2.
My veins in my legs are filling up with plaque.
And is that the junk that you're eating? It's all that pizza that you eat? My pizza that you eat?
No.
Is that all?
Yeah, your pizza that I paid for, yes.
Yeah. Well, I didn't make you pay for my meal after the Wright State Buckeyes
you
win.
did eat all the bread. I ate one. We had 2 big trays of bread coming to our table. I ate 1 piece of bread out of both trays.
Joe, I'm saving you from the plaque buildup in your legs. And if anybody's ever had a Texas Roadhouse basket of bread and the, what is it, honey, butter, whatever?
Like 5 pieces of bread per basket, and I ate 1.
Well, I didn't eat them all there. I took some home because I also
80% of them.
I took
3 pieces.
I took what was left of my steak. I'd eaten all the shrimp. I had steak and shrimp, and it was very good.
You are a shrimp. You are what you eat.
Well, that's why I'm lower than you are on the chair. But anyway,
yeah.
So let me check to see what time it is. Maybe it's time for our first break. Huh? That's interesting.
No, it's not close.
It's 8:13. It's not close. No, what I was saying, or at least what I need to look at. Well, I had turned. I wasn't on the fiber on my phone, which I don't normally want to be on the fiber on my phone. It doesn't matter.
Say that 5 times real fast.
Fiber is so fast.
Fiber on your phone. Fiber on your
fiber
phone.
on my phone. Both start with a P. Fiber. Phiber. Yeah. Anyway. All right. So what are we talking about, Joe?
I have no idea.
You've got all
never
that,
do.
You got all that chicken scratching.
Have any idea what you're talking about? You make up so much fake stuff. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Huh.
We've been talking about the playoffs coming up.
In baseball, speaking of the playoffs, the baseball playoffs, I think that now that Canadian team is 1 up on the Dodgers.
Toronto.
Yeah. Is it Toronto? The Blue Jays. The Blue Jays have a 1-game lead, and if they win again, they're the World Series champions. So it's a must-win for the Dodgers this next game, and I don't know when that is.
Part of me is like, even though it's Canada, part of me is wanting somebody else to win. You know, the Dodgers have had their share.
Well, the Dodgers have become like the Yankees used to be.
Yeah.
It's been nice that the Yankees have not been so dominant. You get tired of these, especially these big city clubs like the Yankees and like the Dodgers. and other big city baseball entities, because in baseball it's unfair simply because there's no salary caps, there's nothing to control the spending of these owners of these baseball teams. So they spend whatever they can spend, and you get a team like the Reds who can't and won't spend. Yeah, they won't spend a lot of money on their. I mean, they're still spending a lot of money on salaries. Don't get me wrong. Baseball players are probably way, way overpaid.
I didn't see the whole trade, but I hear Green from the Reds, the pitcher.
Hunter
Green is in.
That's actually, do you know that's a color? Hunter Green.
Oh, really?
Is a color.
Wow.
Yeah.
Surprise.
You think he was named that way? Hunter Green.
I don't know what his real first name is. It could be George, George Green. They just call.
Well, you were saying, Joe.
But there's a trade coming up. They said that involving Hunter Green, and it's going to really change the face of the Reds because Hunter's so good. They're going to like Hunter for 4 other players or something.
It doesn't matter.
But it doesn't surprise me because
every time they say something like this, it's like we are building for the future. We've got the Reds are going to.
The Reds are constantly building for the future.
Yeah.
For the next 80 years,
they've been doing
Reds
that since
Ken
Griffey Jr. And look where that got us. It's all smoke.
Past their prime. I mean,
it's smoke and mirrors.
He still was good, but he was still not the junior he was in his prime.
Well, it's and look at all the money they spent on our first baseman. That Canadian. And I'm not saying Joey Votto wasn't good. He was.
But even Joey Votto admitted one time that he would have signed for half of what he signed for.
Joey Votto, he was a great guy.
And so was the right fielder at that time that they signed for a big contract. This general manager, who is way past his prime, signed these 2 guys for way more, but he wanted them to stay, and he signed them so much that you couldn't even, if you didn't want them, you couldn't trade them. Nobody else would pay that kind of money.
And that's why I'm saying that the Reds, it's not that they're not paying or haven't paid a lot of money. Now, I don't think the Reds have any contracts they're still paying for players that are no longer playing, are they?
They may, but Ken Griffey Jr. just this couple of months ago he got paid his last payment from his contract.
And we've not been paying Votto for a while, right?
That I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think the Reds have any players that are not playing that are being paid. There are teams in baseball that are still doing that. Usually, those are your big market teams that can afford to do that. And I don't even know when you say afford to do that. I don't know how do these college coaches get these $54 million buyouts or these.
Now you're going for football, college football.
I know. I just, the whole sports industry it sucks.
I know.
It's bad.
Well, in baseball, for instance, Ken Griffey Jr., they said they couldn't afford a Ken Griffey Jr., so they say what we'll do is we'll pay you $100,000 for 30 years, and so we'll make it a long contract. So and then you're like. Okay, because then after you retire, you're still for
it's
10,
a nice
15,
little nest
20
egg.
years, you're still going to get a big contract.
It's money in the bank. You know that the Reds are not going to be a bankrupt team. They're not going bankrupt anytime in the near future.
So a lot of these players are doing that to get the big name or the big dollar contract. You stretch out instead of like we're going to pay you this year, $10 million. We're going to pay you $10 million over 5 years, or and therefore it makes it where the team can afford it. And but you're going to do that so many times because all these other contracts are abounding on top of those over the years.
Yeah, and you've got teams that have been paying players as far back as you can remember, simply because of the way they structure these. See, that should be illegal. They should somehow outlaw that. That would of course, they probably some of these players would probably want to sue or something because they would say that you're artificially trying to decrease their value by
Well, Well, the players' union is pretty strong, and every time they try to do something, the players' union sues them or says they will, and they back off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I believe in a free market, but it's
You don't want to get it so much. And again, they're starting to play these players so much.
well, like I said, you
I
add.
can't go to the games anymore because I can't afford.
You're right.
By the time you pay for parking, which it used to be $5 a park, now it's probably $25 to $50 just to park.
That's right.
And then you pay that to park. Then you go to the stadium, which you're going to be there for what, 3 hours, 4 hours, at whether it's football or baseball or whatever it is. You're going to be there for hours, so you're going to get hungry. You're going to. If you eat a hot dog and a drink,
I'm not a beer-
hot dog and a drink is going to cost you $30.
I was going to say I'm not a beer drinker, but I think beer now in a stadium of beer, which isn't that large big a beer, is probably at least $8, if not 12.
It's not 12.
Yeah.
I'm not a beer drinker, so I don't know, but I know.
But
they're
even
very
soda,
expensive.
soda's not going to be cheap. You're going to pay $10 for nachos. You're going to, Gold Star chili, which you might go to the chili place and you might pay $4.50 for that. In the stadium, it's going to be, $10, $12. So I understand they have to make money, but it's like you said, Joe, what they've literally done in most professional sports, they have priced the average person out of the market.
Right.
So you have to be an elite, wealthy person to be able to afford.
I can't afford to go to a Bengals game. I can't afford to go to a Reds game, basically. And,
Right.
And I'd like to take my grandson and go to the Reds game.
Right.
I can't afford to take
no,
me,
the
so
days,
now I can't afford to
the
take
days of that
any of my grandkids
are
to
over.
a game.
And if you have more than one child or two children, if you had 4 kids, you would literally have to take a loan out like you were going to Disney World or something now just to go to a Reds game. And I can imagine just what you would spend going to Disney.
Here's the thing that really sometimes gets me on this. I mean, I understand, like you said, they need to make money, but you're also taught that if I buy one package of hot dogs, they're this much money. But if you go in and you're going to, let's say, open a grocery store and you go in and say, we're going to buy 5,000 packs of hot dogs. Well, instead of charging you, $5 for those hot dogs, we're only going to charge you $2.50 a package for those hot dogs. Something very cheap. And now look how many hot dogs do the Reds buy? How many packs? All these things they sell. How much extra in bulk do they buy? But instead of being cheaper, they charge you 8 times the normal price for that. So they're making 20%, 40%, 50%, 100% for more for that product than they would normally.
Well, let's make a little money on some advertisers. So
hey, we're going to take a break and we'll be right back with you people.
Yeah.
And then we'll gripe about something else. Today is Gripe Day. If you got any gripes, talk to Rick, because Rick wants to gripe.
Christian Hunter Green. Are you having a retirement party for Boney? Boney's not retiring. New Richmond is 4-6, Joe.
I said you were 4-6.
And that's from Aaron Hull.
All right. Yeah. Oh, and you said, I wonder what it is. I said their record's 4-6.
All right, so let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Roller Haven is located at 1640 U.S. Highway 22 Northwest, Washington Courthouse, Ohio. The perfect place for a day out with the family, birthday parties, and even an organization, event, or fundraiser. Check out our website, rollerhavenwch.com. Or give us a call at 740-335-6481, and we can help plan your event. We look forward to seeing you there.
resting place haunted junkyard is located at 988 Polk Road in Sabina, Ohio. Our hours of operation are 8 to 12 of midnight Friday and Saturday nights through the month of October. Our opening weekend is the last weekend of September.
All right. There.
Car Express, keep moving. 740-248-5300. Troy Bach. If you're looking for a used car, go to Washington Courthouse, out by the high school, Washington City Schools, right across between Wits
And Pizza Hut?
and Pizza Hut is a car lot, Car Express. And if you don't see the car on the lot you're looking for, see Troy. He'll help you find it. Troy will help you get a car, whether he has it now or whether he can find it for you.
He has access to this vast
He has
network.
access all over to
That's
find
right.
these cars.
Car Express.
Car Express. Troy Bach.
Good morning, Vicky Kindle.
Vicky Kendall.
Good morning. I guess this is Aaron Hubble. No, we are not having a retirement party for Boney.
I saw her, Miss Tebow, had her surgery.
And I am you what? Oh yeah. And I'm assuming that Kevin is asking about Boney because Boney, he goes wherever Boney stays during the rest of the year, because we only bring him out, I guess, at Halloween. So he's probably down, or he's probably upstairs on the second floor. Just there's a space just off the community room upstairs that has all kinds of props and all kinds of stuff. So I'm assuming that's where Boney probably hangs out. So he's not retiring. He's just simply out of sight, out of mind.
He's doing
for a
something
while.
else.
Yeah. And Aaron
On
says,
assignment.
Aaron says New Richmond is
4
4
and
and 6.
Oh, I think I said 6 and 4. They're
Yeah,
4 and 6.
Yeah, he's saying that they're 4 and 6. And Kevin is saying it's Christian Hunter Green. So
Which I've heard.
Hunter Green is still a color. Hunter Green is an actual color.
Is Hunter his actual middle name? Well,
yes, that's what he's putting there.
Yeah, I
Christian
know it.
Hunter
Well,
Green.
that's what people call him. But
And who do you guys got? Blue Lions or New Richmond? Well, I would say the Blue Lions.
I'm picking Blue
without
Lions.
a doubt. I mean, I have been impressed all year with the Blue Lions.
What their record though is 5 and 5, playing a 4 and 6.
Yes,
so it's close record-wise. It's close.
I've not. I'll be honest with you, Aaron. I've not seen the Lions play this year.
But let's say who do they play? They play Clinton Massey.
They play Wilmington.
They play Williamsburg. They play Wilmington.
They're in the
So I'm trying to compare schools to schools and sort of see.
And I was looking at the SBAAC this morning, and I didn't really look to see where New Richmond was in rank as far as where they finish this year, as far as in the league.
And they don't play Williamsburg. They play that other school down there at Mount Orb.
Yeah, obviously, well, that Western Brown.
Western W. You see, Williamsburg, Western Brown. I get them. They both start with a W.
Yeah,
I get them.
Western Brown. But anyway, I would say, without a doubt, if I was a gambling man, or even if I was just a sports broadcaster that has seen a lot of sports, especially football, and I would say, even though I have not seen the Lions, I would say the Blue Lions are going to probably whip up on the Lions because they're an explosive team, and if they keep it together, they can put some points on the board. They can put it on quickly. They're a passing team, but
their pass defense is not that good. I doubt, as in the past, New Richmond in the past has not been known as a passing team, if I remember.
Well, yes. Well, no, that was more
big,
Western
strong
Brown.
running team.
Western Brown was the passing team when they had that brother combination with that incredible quarterback.
But I don't know this year, were they a passing team or not? So
I have no idea. Let me see if I can pull up the SBAAC league.
Has anybody out there, because we're in Wilmington, probably a lot of people saw New
Football
Richmond play.
standings. It was Clinton Massey at 5-0, Goshen at 3-2, Wilmington at 2-3, New Richmond at 2-3, Western Brown
That's
at
the league
2-3.
records.
Yeah, that's the league record. I'm just talking about the league. Overall, Wilmington was 5-5, and New Richmond was 4-6. Yet New Richmond's in the playoffs, and Wilmington isn't.
I was going to say it must be strength of schedule that kept Wilmington out. Then if a 4-6 beats a 5-5.
Yeah, Clinton Massey was 9-1, and Goshen was 7-3. And Massey's coach and Goshen's coach shared honors this year as Coach of the Year.
And Clinton Massey's coach has announced this is his last year. He's going to try to win a state title and retire. But whether he wins or not, he's retiring. He's already announced he is retiring.
And I appreciate his rah, but there's no way Massey's going to win a state title this year. It's just not going to happen.
But he still had a great run as a coach throughout the year. He's won over 300 football games.
Yeah, I think when you look
the
at
scary part is, no matter how good you are, how good their team is, how would you like to be the next coach at Clinton Massey? The expectations, if you don't win in the first 2 or 3 years, take them to the state, people are going to be booing you.
Well, the biggest thing, I'll come to the table. The biggest thing that I see as being an issue or a potential issue with Clinton Massey is, do they revamp their entire football program? Because one of the things that we know, there are very few teams anymore that run the wishbone.
Probably very few coaches. So if they bring in an outside coach, the odds of whoever they bring in running a wishbone is probably not
I think
going to happen.
In my term at doing high school sports, besides Massey, there was only one other team that I know that was pretty much a wishbone team, and that was up north. That was Covington, or one of the schools up north that you do some volleyball refereeing at.
Right.
And that was, that was the only other team that I saw that, that they were sold on running the wishbone year after year. So the new coach that comes in, he's going to be under the gun, first of all, to produce, from a legend. And we can say that McSorley's a legend when it comes to.
Yes.
There's no doubt he's been an immensely successful coach. So the next person's got some big shoes to fill. And so what do? Do they try to continue running the wishbone? Do they try, the option?
Well, like head coach, do they just take whoever was second in command and make him the head coach? Or do you bring in an outside head coach?
I don't know, because I don't know their staff that well to know.
Yeah, I don't know how long.
I mean, I know
I
know some of, like you look at Killen, who is at Bellbrook now.
Right.
I think he's an assistant at Bellbrook.
He's principal or was principal.
Yeah, he's got other roles besides just his coaching.
Yeah, he's doing a lot more stuff.
So I know his family and his daughter. I don't know whether she's a senior this year or whether she's a junior.
I think she may be. It's unbelievable to think she is, because you never heard this tiny.
She was always on the sidelines with her dad. But you look at his boys. They played for Wilmington. And at one point, I don't even know if they played for Massey. They were in the Massey system, I'm sure. But
they may have been. They may have been in the system, but I don't think they were in the freshman up. I think they weren't that old yet.
Killen, he was a good coach as well. He
ran their offense, didn't he, when he was there?
Yeah, and so anyway, you look at it. The coaches that are behind McSorley currently, I don't know that much about.
Now, when Killen came to Wilmington, did Wilmington run the wishbone?
No.
Okay, so here you got a guy running their offense that runs the wishbone, becomes the head coach, but he doesn't run the wishbone.
Yeah, I'm not certain that they didn't run some option plays, that they weren't, but the wishbone is all option. That's what it's all about. And it takes a very special crew, a talented crew, to be able to run the option. And it starts at the quarterback. If that quarterback is not very mobile, if he can't move around in the pocket, if he can't know just when from a timing perspective to dump that ball off, the wishbone doesn't run very well. And you've also have to have a good O line, because you've got to when you're running to one side or the other virtually every play, you got to have blockers that are going to protect the quarterback.
No matter how good a running back you are, if you don't have good guys in front of you blocking, you're not going
and I mean you can say that about any football team.
Any team.
But I'm just saying there is a particular, when you use the wishbone and when you run the wishbone, that is a special, that's a program in itself. And so I seriously doubt that Massey will continue in their tradition of running the wishbone. So you'll probably see some new offenses there at Massey. And that might be good, that might be bad, who knows? All we do know is that if this new coach that replaces McSorley next year isn't right out of the chute successful.
Well, when you had, for instance, when you were Paul Brown and the Bengals running nothing but basic running attacks and passing if you need to, and then the coach that wanted to take over was not given the job, so he goes to San Francisco, and he runs an open up passing offense.
He was successful.
And very successful. So, you can be,
of course,
successful in whatever you do if you do it the proper way with good blocking and I the right people at the helm.
I think that, what we will probably see in the future from, Massey is that, once again, their offense will look more like a traditional offense than
Probably
running.
The future.
Yeah. But once again, they'll have to recruit. We don't recruit, but they'll have to make sure that the players that they put in place
all teams can recruit anymore.
They have to be able to adapt to that new coach's system. And the faster they can do that, the more successful.
Now, there was one team that's not playing in the playoffs this year that won the playoffs last year, won the state championship, and are not allowed to play this year.
That's Ironton.
Because they did recruit from another state. They brought them across the border from West Virginia.
Yeah, and that's probably what really brought the attention. Of course, you got to remember where Ironton is located. You've got Kentucky and you've got West Virginia there.
But it is in the rules. You cannot bring in players from another state to Ohio to play on your team.
And that's
you
probably...
can't recruit them. But all teams do go to other places in Ohio and bring in. It's all of them do. I mean, they started opening up to 11 because all the Catholic schools were doing this for years, and they were running the state championships, and the other teams were complaining. We got to play with what's in our 5-mile circle of where we live, where they're bringing people in from Toledo to play in Cincinnati, and so they finally opened it up to you don't have to, you can be in another school district and come into this school district to play. Well,
and they didn't just change open enrollment and all that. They didn't do that just for sports. There was more.
That's
there was
one of the big reasons that it was done, and it helped.
It certainly has helped when you look at some schools, but there are some schools that they're not going to win no matter what they've got. They're just.
Are you saying like that team east of Wilmington?
I'm not referring to East Clinton. I think that East Clinton. I think it's more with the board, the school board, and the politics of East Clinton more than anything else.
Well, one thing that hurts East Clinton is they're, if you want to call it landlocked, they don't have any big businesses to pull in a bunch of housing developments in that area, and you got a bunch of big farms.
Well, but that should be changing because East Clinton is not that far away from the new Honda plant, and Jeffersonville, where our station is located, has been going nuts. I mean, we're going to be doing some new stuff.
But then you've got to have a farmer willing to sell the farm. That hurt Clinton Massey for years because people wanted to buy
residential property.
And farmers were like, we're not selling.
They
decided to do that.
And they weren't talking about coming in with a bunch of low rent, condo projects or whatever.
Yeah. I've known doctors that wanted to go out there. And
I know there are
them.
2 400 home, these are single family home projects in the Jeffersonville area. And we talked about that, where we talked about, and we were kind of joking, but who knows what the future holds, about a Miami Trace North and a Miami Trace South, because out towards Jeffersonville is where all the growth is happening in Fayette County.
I mean, they just built a brand new high school, but the way this is building up, they could be all of a sudden have to put on the thing to build new, because they'd be outgrowing these what they have now.
And from what I understand, at least in talking with Sean, and Sean Grooms grew up in the Miami Trace School District. His kids are in the Miami Trace School District. His mother taught in the Miami Trace School District. From what Sean was saying, that he didn't think that there was any overcrowding at all, or that there would be that much overcrowding at the high school level, because it would take a while for those kids to go through the system anyway.
Right. Oh, yeah. Because the people moving in probably don't have kids yet.
Well, or they have younger kids.
Or they have younger kids. So,
Elementary.
yeah, it's going to be 10, 12 years or more before you start seeing this. Some families will move in with teenagers, so you'll have a flux.
He was saying that the elementaries are the ones that are probably going to start
It'll start there.
And the Miami Trace Miami Trace, for a lot of people that may not know this, has a campus. So all their schools, including their Board of Education, they're all located on the campus where the school is located, the stadiums are located, all the facilities are right there in one location, which a lot of schools tended to look at this as the future, a single campus. And Miami Trace, its school district is by landmass, the largest school district in the state of Ohio. So they are pulling kids in from a huge area.
I mean, the entire county.
Yeah, and the biggest part of their budget probably is transportation more than anything else. So it stands to reason that if they're going to start feeling the growth from the northern part of Fayette County, well, I don't even know if that's the northern part of Fayette County, but because it's towards Springfield, I guess it is.
It is north, yeah.
So when they start feeling that growth of adding 800 homes, not just Jeffersonville is feeling it, but Fayette County in general will feel it, and it is in the Miami Trace School District. Now, it is assumed that possibly Madison Plains, that school district, could take some of those students. And it's happened in the past where initially, maybe a school district has experienced an unusual amount of growth, and a district next to them will actually say, okay, we'll do this deal where if you send us X amount, the dollars to support, if you send us your dollars, we will go ahead and we will educate.
Here's the thing about Miami Trace, which you're jokingly sort of saying, Miami Trace North and South or East and West or whatever you want to call it. As Mason, well, not Mason, Lakota West became Lakota East, when you take one school district and divide it because you've grown so much,
right,
you have to build the East and West school buildings, everything exactly the same.
Well, I don't know what is that a state of Ohio educational requirement?
Yes.
So if you
build a new band room or a new science lab, the other one has to have a new band room or a new science lab.
So that wasn't
exactly
that
the
was
same.
not something that Lakota merely did, because we know that there was some talk at some point with the speed with which Mason was growing, that they were having issues because they just didn't see it
Instead
feasible.
of splitting, they decided to
build a larger stadium, a larger everything. I mean,
but they went in and said to get the people to vote for it, they built like a civic center and like a YMCA, but built it onto the school and said, if you vote for it, we'll give the citizens of Mason this thing to go to and swim and play tennis or whatever. Well, the thing is, now that they're still growing and growing and growing, they said we may have to divide like Lakota West and East, they said, well, if you do, you got to build a new civic center onto your high school like the other high school. Everything has to be exact same. That's another reason Mason has not switched like that, because they can't afford to build two. What are you going to do with two civic centers? You know?
Well, I guess time will tell as far as Mason. We know that Lakota East and West, they still continue to grow. But looking at their school system and their schools and their facilities, they probably will be able to handle a lot of growth into the future. Miami Trace, on the other hand, is a rural school.
Right.
It does not have, the ability. Now, the campus is large enough. I think that the actual property that the school
Property is
owns,
big enough, yes.
they could build, additional facilities at Miami Trace. They could build a whole new, elementary school. They could move kids from the elementary school. They could say, okay, now the junior high school is the elementary. We're building a bigger junior high school,
Right.
whatever.
If it's one, it can do whatever.
So
if they decide to build two, that's the problem.
And they'll still be back to the situation where they will be busing students from the north part of Fayette County up near Jeffersonville. They will have to bus them, into the campus like they are doing now with the students. And I think no one could have possibly fathomed or anticipated that there was going to be the kind of growth in the Jeffersonville area that we're seeing as a result of the battery plant. But it's just going to continue to grow, compound. Amazon has
No, Amazon's putting something in there.
Yeah,
and that's what happens. It's not only the one thing, but one goes in and does good, then boom, 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 other businesses come in.
And there are other facilities that support some of the other facilities. So they may build, in order to support the battery plant, they may build this facility. Or to support the data center, they may build this. And so that's what we're seeing. And when you look at the way that Fayette County is laid out, you look at the Octa area where Destination Outlets Mall is, there are houses there, but there's already, a lot of clutter, I guess you could say. So they're not going to build houses on industrial land that could be developed for some of these new centers, and that. So obviously Jeffersonville was a wise choice, which is the next exit up the interstate. The wise choice to be looking at, and they're building
Housing.
in Jamestown. Jamestown is adding schools, and Jamestown is not in Fayette County. It's in Greene County.
But it's not that far away.
That's right. So its proximity makes it an ideal.
I take my grandson out to eat sometimes, and I'll say, where do you want to go? And he'll pick a place to eat, and it happens to be also at the Jeffersonville outlet area. And it's only like 7 miles from his house in Jamestown to the Jeffersonville Mall. So, I can see in their area in Greene County housing going up for people going there. So therefore,
people that are going to be working.
And Cedarville, possibly not that far away.
I think right now, I think that the battery plant is supposed to be employing about 2,500 people. Now, one of the questions, I guess you could say, is we're not investing in batteries and electric vehicles like we were during the Biden administration. So with Trump getting back to drill baby drill, will that slow things down as far as growth? I don't know. But certainly there could be other related. For instance, you look at these data centers and you look at what was going on with Intel up there in New Albany. And then from what I understand, even that was sort of put on hold. So I don't think that the Intel project is going forward as quickly as they'd expected, or it's going to be delayed. And that's what happens sometimes. They buy up all this farmland, so the farmland no longer is being utilized. And if they don't actually fulfill what they were going to build, like the Intel, all the stuff for the chip making, and I don't know why they won't, because obviously chips are a lot different than electric batteries. But any way you look at it, I think that there's still going to be a lot of growth for Jeffersonville. I know that we ourselves, meaning my partner and I that have the radio station, we're looking at turning the building that we have. It's not my building; it's my partner's building. But we're looking at changing.
You don't own anything.
Yeah, that's right. And we're looking at, well, I'm trying to keep it out of the hands of my 4 ex-wives. But anyway, we're looking at trying to turn that into sort of a karaoke / gaming.
I'll be there.
It's going to be a venue. Oh, yeah.
Karaoke.
Yeah. Well, anyway, what time's it getting to be? Time for some break?
Sometime.
It's 8:51, so we are past the time for break. Let's take a break. When we come back, have you got anything of interest?
I got some birthdays to mention, some other, just a couple things.
Weren't you going to do some bird calls for us?
No.
No bird calls? Oh,
Nope.
I thought you were going to. All right, well, we'll be back. You're watching Wake Up Wilmington.
Got some very interesting, and I got some Halloween-related stuff to talk about before the end of the month here.
Halloween?
An overworked office manager with too much already on her plate, spotted at a local all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet.
Indeed, it's a sweet and sour love story of great fortune.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Investigative reporting, it's what we do, sometimes here at The Murphy Report.
From dining to fighting crime and everything in between, including the latest coming to Ohio's hometown theater, The Murphy.
The Murphy Report. A new report every Monday on the Murphy Theater website and on our own YouTube channel.
The mistrusted name in made-up news.
A badge we wear with honor.
Ooh, we get badges?
The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us. A medical breakthrough everyone saw coming.
self-service examining room.
When you absolutely can't wait 6 hours in the ER to be seen for that bone sticking through your leg.
Ouch, get me a bandage.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
News coverage you won't find on other theaters' websites or YouTube channels. Why is that, Steve?
Because they have better things to do, Amanda.
Indeed. Stories like these and what's coming to the Murphy, Ohio's hometown theater, only on The Murphy Report.
You know, Amanda, I used to work in the emergency room.
I had no idea. Did you save a lot of lives?
More like shaved a lot of thighs.
Why'd you quit?
Well, I was let go.
Did you cut someone?
I was just the custodian.
The Murphy Report, a new report brought to you every Monday morning.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Welcome to downtown Wilmington, Ohio, the place to be. Experience something new with your family and friends in this vibrant and family-friendly historic district. When it comes to dining, shopping, and entertainment, downtown Wilmington has it all. From quick bites to high-end diners, we have a variety of food options to satisfy your taste buds. Explore our artisan boutique shops, jewelers, and florists for unique finds. Pamper yourself with soothing spa treatments, rejuvenating massages, and stylish haircuts at our top-notch studios. Dive into the world of art with our captivating galleries. And catch a show at the historic Murphy Theater, featuring awe-inspiring performances and cultural events. Immerse yourself in history by visiting our iconic landmarks, such as the Murphy Theater, historic General Denver Hotel, our Cultural History Center, and beautifully preserved historic architecture. Throughout the year, Main Street Wilmington hosts a variety of exciting events that embody the spirit of our town. From the Hometown Holodazzle Illuminated Parade to the family-friendly Halloween event and our lively wine walk, there's always something fun happening. Additionally, the Convention and Visitors Bureau presents a summer concert series featuring the annual Rock the Block, and we also have our weekly farmers markets. We boast a designated outdoor refreshment area where you can purchase alcoholic beverages and carry them as you explore the town. So what are you waiting for? Plan your next weekend getaway in downtown Wilmington. Head over to mainstreetwilmington.com for all the latest updates on events, dining, shopping, and entertainment. Downtown Wilmington, Ohio is the place to be. We extend our gratitude to Ralph's American Grill, World Equestrian Center, and R&L Carriers for their sponsorship that supported the creation of this video.
The final resting place haunted junkyard is located at 988 Polk Road in Sabina, Ohio. Our hours of operation are 8 to 12 on midnight Friday and Saturday nights through the month of October. Our opening weekend is the last weekend of September.
Well, it's a shame. Yeah. Okay, Aaron Hubble. Well, we certainly appreciate your appreciation. He says he's in a wheelchair. He can't get out the games. He graduated in 2017 from the Blue Line.
So listening to us helps him out
Yeah.
and watching the games.
Because he's not, and we know, from things have improved greatly as far as people that are confined, that aren't as mobile, but still.
And I get a lot of grandparents calling me. Their grandkids playing. They don't go to the games and stuff, and can watch the games. And
Yeah, it's very difficult sometimes for people that are confined to wheelchair or can't get out and can't be as mobile, to be able to get out and do that. But we're glad that we can help make your day, a little better. All right, I'm going to change the batteries on 2 of these.
that one died.
They both died.
Okay, Rick's going to play doctor and go fix a couple.
I'm operating, Joe.
He's operating on a couple of the microphones.
Well,
So
we knew they eventually needed the knee surgery, so
yeah,
we're doing it right.
well, it's starting to spook me a little bit, thinking I was not here yesterday. I went to Arrow Springs, got checked up on.
So you're telling us it wasn't your prostate?
No, it was my legs, an artery something or other. Checking the arteries in my legs. Arterial something or other. Huh?
Arterial clogging.
Yeah. And they listened to my legs and put a lot of warm gel all over me. And
That sounds kinky.
it was sort of kinky. And but put all this on me, and
All right, I'm putting this one back.
then I read the thing, and I saw a couple of times when it said severe here, severe there, and I'm like, that don't sound good. So I copied it, sent it to my daughter, said, read this, what do you think?
Because your daughter's a nurse.
Yes, and then this morning I got a thing responding from my cardiologist who read it, and he put on there that he's sending me to a what did I say?
Psychiatrist?
I wish it was a psychiatrist. A leg doctor, so to speak, a surgeon.
The leg bone is connected to the hip bone, Joe.
And so they may end up having to go in and
Cut them off.
clean up my arteries.
All right.
So
So I think.
the arteries that were filling up in my heart, which caused me to put a stent in,
Have you got 3 bars over there?
I've got 3 bars.
All right, good deal.
I'm a bar guy.
Yeah.
I don't go to bars. Sports bar, that's the only bar I go to.
Well, you go where there's wings.
Wings.
You're
I
a
love
wing
wings.
guy.
I'm a wing guy. Oh, I like boneless wings. I'm not a wing guy.
Well, you don't. Yeah.
I don't like regular wings. Rings,
Well,
you got
it's like I don't
fight
like.
and
I
get a
don't-
little. You spend it fighting and all this stuff, and you get
I
a little
know.
tiny
There
bit
are
of meat.
certain things. It's like I don't like eating watermelon that has seeds in it. I like the taste of watermelon. It's
Yeah,
one of
most of
my
my
favorite.
watermelon are seedless.
I don't like eating bananas unless someone peels them for me. And
You are
waves,
weird.
waves the palm leaves as they're feeding me the bananas.
Same thing with grapes. Do they
Grapes, yeah.
hold the?
Although they'll hold the grape up and I'll pull them off like that.
You are weird.
But anyway,
Okay, let's go over some birthdays. Any local birthdays? Shout out to me. I'll check to see if mine have arrived
I was
yet.
going to say I have to see if I've got.
I always
birthdays.
see them after the show's over.
Mm-hmm.
I got a couple. Oh yes, can't forget Anna Marie. Anna Marie, the granddaughter of my first cousin, but she calls me Uncle Joe. She asked me one time we ran into
Granddaughter?
No, she's the granddaughter of my first cousin.
Oh, So what does that make her to you?
Something cousin, but she says, "Can I call you Uncle Joe?" And I said, "You sure can." So Anna Marie is my cousin, and it's her birthday today. So happy birthday, Anna Marie. Dolly Black is her, who used to be Dolly Davis, is her, and actually her Davis and my Davis are two separate Davises. My mom married a Davis, her sister married a Davis, and the two Davises are not related. One's from Kentucky and one's from Cedarville, Ohio.
Birthdays, there it is.
Ken Wittenberg's birthday. Happy birthday, Ken Wittenberg. Josh Mason, big Ohio State and Bengal fan. Josh Mason, happy birthday. Recently, I see Dan Saylor passed away. Happy heavenly birthday to Dan. Amanda Matthews from Sabina and Fayette County area. Happy birthday, Amanda. Jerry Savage, who was a referee and a coach and for decades, and he's passed away, but today would have been his birthday, or 2 days ago would have been his birthday.
Right.
Grant Mayer, who I coached, or I didn't coach at bowling, but he was a bowler at Wilmington. Mindy Smith, who went to Wilmington. These were all birthdays. Coming up, Darren Irby, a guy that I referee ball with. Danielle Robinson. Jason Davis. My son will be 50 years old on Saturday.
You keep telling us that he's going to be 50, but I thought that was last week.
Carol Fell is used to be a coach at Clinton Massey for soccer and volleyball, and she's also a volleyball official who took my class to become an official. And she is referees for the Christian volleyball team, Wilmington Christian Academy, and she referees their home games. Bonnie Yankee from East Clinton. Bonnie Yankee, another Bonnie Yankee, same Bonnie Yankee. Chris Sharp from East Clinton coming up on November. These are all November 1st.
What are we loading or unloading from the front? Because I can hear the doors are open.
Steve's unloading a bunch of stuff.
Oh, okay. Is it like our Christmas presents?
So Ray Hottinger, my cousin Johnny Walls, who's a year and a half older than me.
So how are the Walls related to you, Joe?
My mom was a Walls, and she married my dad, who's a Davis.
So are you connected at all with Elon Walls that has the tattoo shop?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Elon's not related
Different
to you.
set. There was a Walls in New Vienna, right outside the town we were never related to. So I don't know. To me, it's an odd, different name. It's not like Davis, Williams, Jones, but
Right.
seemed like we've ran into a lot of those that we're
You
not
would think
related
there would
to.
have been some cross something going on, cross connecting.
But coming up, there's a lot of birthdays coming up.
But we don't care about
My
the coming up.
grandson, Ben Duncan, who is in Somerville, South Carolina, who's a senior.
The one,
and my daughter
the grandson
just passed,
that you love the most.
my daughter, who just sent me his highlight film that she's sending out to some of the colleges for him. And she posted it on Facebook, which I put it on Facebook, so you could look up my
I'll go there right after the show.
right after the show and look
Oh,
up
yeah.
my Facebook Ben. And I tell you what, man, he's good.
Yeah.
And Ben was not my favorite. I was Ben's favorite.
Is he D1 eligible? I mean, do you think that he's really going to go to a D1 school?
He could go to one of those small D1 schools. Do I think he'll go to Ohio State or, that kind of school? No.
No.
But do I think there have been kids graduate from Wilmington that went to New York State and some places that played for, for instance, Kentucky. What's the one
really,
right across the river?
What's the point?
Northern Kentucky University.
I mean, in the scope of things, you've got a grandson that is a good basketball player. He's not a fantastic basketball player. Like you say, he's not going to play for the Ohio State University start. He's not going to start. He may sit the bench 4 years, but the point is, wouldn't it be far better off going to a D3 school and playing and starting and
The difference is he needs some help.
you mean as far as
Money.
scholarship?
Yeah. So that's why you're looking for a higher, because D3, yeah, he could play for D3.
Well, you know, you make so
but
much
he
money.
can't afford
why don't-
money.
why
He can't
don't you
afford to
send
go
him
to
some
Wilmington
money?
College.
Why don't you pay his way to
Yeah,
college? You know,
sure.
you ought to do that. You do that for all your grandkids. How many grandkids you got?
2,400, no,
Yeah.
eight, I think.
Well, that might be a little. That might be pushing your. You might have to be doing some volleyball refereeing into when you're like 400 years old. Keep you young though.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
I
your
got
leg,
five- I think
if your
I'm five-
legs will
5
hold up.
grandsons, 3 granddaughters, I think.
Yeah. If your legs hold up. But anyway, well.
But here's some birthdays we got coming up, or today, that are today. Harry Hamlin, actor.
Yes.
How old is Harry Hamlin?
72.
Ooh, a little higher.
74.
Correct. Matthew Morrison.
Who's he?
He's another actor.
Oh. 61.
You're higher. It's lower. The age is lower.
His age is lower. 58.
Lower.
48.
Way higher. Your bracket is 58, 48.
49.
You said 48, and I said way higher, and you go 49.
Well, how can you go from that and say 53 or whatever, or 51 was too low?
I said 50. You said 58.
All right, let's start from here. 52.
Higher.
57.
Lower.
55.
Correct.
It's like pulling teeth, Davis.
When you said 55, I said a little lower, and you went 48, and then I said
do you think that is
a lot higher, and you go 49.
do you think that popcorn in the tub club
I don't know. I don't think about
does
it. I
that
don't
look like
eat it.
real popcorn?
I don't know.
It looks almost fake, like it's plastic.
Maybe it is.
But I mean, I
gotta
think
sell it.
you can buy plastic popcorn like to put on your trees,
Henry Winkler.
your Christmas trees, that is.
Have you ever heard of him?
Fonz?
Hey.
I would say he's probably 80.
80 years old today. The Fonz is 80 years old.
Hit the nail on the head.
Okay. I think this guy was in your class at high school. John Adams.
John, he graduated before I did, but and he specialized in Constitution writing.
Right. He was born in 1735.
Yeah, which was a little before my
But
time.
it was his birthday today.
But
Now here's one you're going to know. Grace Slick.
Grace Slick,
Slick.
Grace.
Grace Slick.
Where am I going to know him
Oh
from?
my gosh. You don't know Grace Slick?
Is this a guy?
Girl.
Oh, this is a girl. I don't,
Music. 70s.
the 70s.
Yes.
What group?
The most famous one.
Which you don't remember, right? Is that what you're saying? The most famous one that Joe is trying to buy time to figure out what group she was in.
Oh, it is a
All
very
right,
famous
all
one.
right.
Just
So she's old. I'll say 75,
older.
78,
Older.
81.
Older.
Oh my gosh, 85.
Just a little bit more.
A little bit more.
Older.
89.
I said 85, just a little bit older.
86.
86.
Grace Slick, who is she?
Got it here.
She's attractive, at least when she was young.
Yeah.
She's probably at 80, whatever. She's not that attractive.
She was on Jefferson Airplane, Jefferson Starship.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You've heard of them.
She is that typical woman from our age.
She had White Rabbit was one of her hits.
Yeah. She's that typical.
Album.
She looks like the little. I mean, all the women looked about like that in our day.
Right.
As far as their haircuts and very very attractive young lady.
Very.
But anyway.
Anyway,
Grace
I think
Slick. 80 what?
86.
86
Grace
years
Slick
old.
is
Happy
86.
birthday, Grace. And
Kevin Pollak.
she's no relation to Oil Slick.
Kevin Pollak.
And she's no relation to Underwear Slick. Who? Pollock?
Pollock?
I would say he's 95.
Oh, God, way younger.
Oh, okay.
He's younger than you.
He's younger than me. Okay, well, I'm awfully young, so 40,
Way older.
50,
Older.
60,
Older.
68.
Correct. Ivanka Trump.
The one, the only. The daughter of President Trump, although he has more than one daughter. Ivanka, I would say she's probably 55,
Younger.
45,
Just a little bit younger.
43,
You are weird.
44,
44.
44.
Okay. I know you know this one. Devin Booker.
Politician,
No. NBA.
sports figure,
I put NBB on here. NBA.
NBB.
Phoenix Suns basketball player.
Well, I used to attend Phoenix Suns basketball games when I lived in Phoenix.
You've lived everywhere.
My father-in-law,
Texas, Phoenix.
my father-in-law at the
Oklahoma.
time, he enjoyed going to watch the Suns play. And back then, you could actually go to a Suns game and it didn't cost an arm and a leg. And they played at the fairgrounds. There was a coliseum at the fairgrounds in Phoenix, and that's where the Phoenix Suns originally, when they got the franchise there, they played. And that's where we went to watch the Phoenix Suns play at the fairgrounds. But anyway, what's the question?
I just asked
Oh, Devin Booker.
Devin Booker.
Because he used to play.
He does play.
He still plays? Oh, okay. So, and now they don't play at the fairgrounds. I would say he's probably 29.
Correct. He is. 29 today. Now, another person I'm sure you should know, you probably don't. And then we'll ask you something special about him. Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota. The name sounds very familiar. Is he a sports athlete?
Yes.
Does he play football?
Yes.
Does he play for a team in the East?
Yes.
Does he play for a New York team?
Nope.
Does he play for a New England team?
Nope.
Does he play for a Cincinnati team?
Nope.
Well, then
Think politics.
Then I'm not in. Think politics?
Yeah.
Why would I think politics?
He plays for the Washington Commanders. Washington.
Oh, Washington, as you say.
I never say. Have you ever heard me say Washington? It's
Yeah,
Washington.
you say I got to go home and do my wash. I got to do my wash, and
Now, what is something
I got to
special?
drain my still.
What is something special about Marcus Mariota?
Something special. He lost his right testicle playing football.
I did not say
Is that special enough?
Do not associate me with Rick.
I don't know. What do you ask me those absurd questions for?
Marcus Mariota.
Talk about minutia.
First quarterback to make the NFL from Hawaii.
From Hawaii?
Hawaii.
And so does he
He
play?
played for the Oregon Ducks.
Does he play quarterback for the Commanders?
Yes, and he was from the Oregon Ducks.
So he's the start.
He first was when he first made the pros. He went to Tennessee.
Is he the starting quarterback for the Commanders?
Yes.
So he actually plays and
Yes,
starts.
he used to be the starting quarterback for Tennessee.
So he's played my Cowboys, I take it.
I'm probably.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I beat the
Well,
heck
you
out
think
of
we could make a trade for him for Dak?
I'm sure.
How long have I been talking about Dak
As long as
moving
he's been
on?
playing.
I know. Well, not
Now,
as long.
I know you know this person, Ezra Pound.
Ezra Pound?
Pound.
Is he related to Johnny Ounce? You just made Boney's head tilt. Yeah, now it's crooked.
All right, that's all right. He's thinking.
He looks like he has a broken neck.
No, he's just thinking.
Let me see if I can straighten him out. Boney, get with the show. There he. Oh, perfect. And I did that looking at the monitor, which the monitor is opposite, is reversed, because you're sitting over here on the monitor.
I know.
And I'm sitting over here.
You're sitting over here on the monitor, but you're sitting over there, over here.
Yeah, so anyway, it's reversed on the monitor.
Ezra Pound was born in 1885. He's a poet.
And he doesn't know it, but
Doesn't
his
know it.
feet show it. Isn't that
Another,
what they used to say?
and the most famous birthday, other than mine,
Other
on
than
this
your-
date, because
I thought it was other than your son's, which is this Saturday.
this Saturday,
Yeah.
the most famous birthday today. We could not have birthdays here today if it wasn't for this person.
If it wasn't for this person, we could not have birthdays
Here today.
here at the Murphy.
Didn't say that.
Here where?
In America.
Oh, in America. Christopher Columbus.
Christopher Columbus's birthday.
How old is he?
Old.
Do I have to guess?
I'm not allowed. No, I'm not allowed to guess these age.
So in other words, you don't know.
How old is Christopher Columbus? You know?
I don't know.
All right.
When did he discover America?
A long time
16
ago.
something?
1492.
14?
Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Oh, is that the way it goes?
Yep.
1492.
Right.
All right.
All right. Some interesting things that happened on this date. In 1938. Do you know something that happened on this date in
You were born.
1938?
You were born.
No. I
No?
wasn't even thought of. I didn't even think my brother was thought of on this date.
We have some of the weirdest people walk by our windows.
That's what they say when they look in here. Some of the weirdest people in that building as I walk by.
Well,
What happened in 1938? It's very interesting.
stock market crashed.
Close, but no. But that was after that.
That was after that or before that?
The stock market crash was before that.
That was 20 something.
38.
38. Well, if it was after the stock market crash, Joe, shut up for 10 seconds. Is that the national pastime? I don't know.
War of the Worlds broadcast was on this date in 1938.
And Aaron is asking, where did you guys graduate from?
Who asked that? Aaron who?
And Joanne says, happy 5th birthday to my puppy Clancy.
Hey, happy birthday, Clancy.
And Mark Rogers reminds us that the time change is this weekend. And so he's going to have to get up at 2 a.m. to change the clock.
Luckily, all my clocks, but like one or two, I don't have to mess with.
Christopher Columbus, says Kevin, was born in 1451.
1451.
That was just a couple years after you were born. But anyway,
He was a young guy in 1492 then.
he probably was, yeah. So, but they don't live long back then. Remember,
He was
they
only in his 40s.
Probably that was probably old. That guy was old because typically, I think that that's why women got married so young, like 12, and they had children when they were 14 or whatever. It was because back then you only lived to be about 30 was considered to be long.
45 and 55 was.
Yeah, I don't even know if most people live that long because typically it's just what didn't happen. But anyway, getting back to Aaron's question, Joe Davis went to.
He didn't have a question, did he?
Yes, he wants to know where we graduated from. If you're talking high school, Joe graduated from East Clinton. He is an Astro.
Back in, I don't even know if there was an East Clinton then, but I graduated there.
And I graduated from Beaver Creek.
Which
I
I'm
was a
sure
Beaver.
everybody knows
I
because
was
he
a
talks
Beaver.
about it
I was a Beaver.
every
Joe,
day.
once a Beaver, you're always a Beaver. But anyway, we both went to Wright State. So that is our educational history.
I also went to Southern State.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Where
took some
did you
classes.
actually graduate
I
from?
took some class. Well, after I was
Kicked
working.
out?
No,
you were
after
kicked out?
I went back and took some classes from Southern State,
What kind of classes?
business classes.
So what do you have a degree in something?
No,
So you have no degree?
no degree.
You're just like a wandering aimlessly. All right. Well, I have a degree It's a Bachelor of Science, because Wright State was a science college, if you
Right,
remember.
and that's what I started to take, but I kept switching. And
Bachelor of Science degree in marketing. That's why I'm the
I
marketing
went in to be a
guru genius that I
I went
am.
in to be a teacher, and I'm thankful I did not become a teacher because I'd have killed people by the time I graduated.
Yeah. Well, you
All
would
right.
have been like a Bill Raybeck.
Here's something very, very, I'm sure everybody needs and wants to know this. Henry Tudor was crowned King Henry VII before Henry VIII of England.
Henry VIII, I am.
And this was I'm Henry VII, I am.
Uh-huh.
Henry Tudor. What is also famous about that? What's so spectacular about that? What makes this important?
Did they originally open the Tudor Grill in Kettering?
No, but close.
That was. Well, didn't the Tudors rule England or France or?
He
whatever?
was the first ruler of the Tudor family, of the Tudor. So 14.
And he
you hear
was
about the
he was always tooting his horn.
Tudor, Tudor, not tooting.
He was tooting his horn.
That was in 1485.
Yeah. So put that in your
years before you
put
were
that in your pipe and smoke it.
And then one more happened in 1974.
One more what?
One more interesting tidbit.
In 70 what?
1974.
Well, let's see. I'd already
I was
been
30.
married. I already had a child.
I was 20. I was 20.
Yeah, yeah. So I got busy. Well, no, my child was born when I was 21, so I didn't have a child yet. Although, when I was 21, what year would that have
I'll give
been?
you a clue.
Muhammad Ali got knocked out by Joe Frazier.
No, but Ali lost or won over George Foreman in the Rumble in the Jungle.
And where did that take place?
In the Rumble in the Jungle, that was in Africa.
Oh, okay. Because I know that most fights occurred in Las Vegas.
Yeah, but
didn't
this
they?
one, that's why they called
New
it
Jersey.
Rumble.
Sometimes New Jersey.
Called it
Wherever
the
there was
Rumble,
a
because it was
casino.
in Africa, they called it the Rumble in the Jungle.
So
Ali KO's George Foreman,
was that the only time?
who has like five boys all named
Is
George.
that the only? Well, he has some great grills too.
Yeah.
So he's got grills and boys. but anyway, I don't. Yeah, they're all named George,
All named George. All of his sons are named George.
and their last name is Foreman. So wouldn't that be fun seeing them at a party? George.
But George Foreman, please report.
Yeah, he got like 5 guys that show up at the. But anyway, yeah. Well, that is the height of narcissism, isn't it? You name all your sons after you.
Yes.
You know, did they have like numbers beside him? You know,
I've
George
got-
Foreman 1, George
I've
Foreman
got
2.
some Halloween things to talk about.
Now, tonight, in some places, is trick or treat, right? And
Could be.
I think that tonight is trick or treat night. They were worried
Here
about
in Wilmington,
They
this
were
is
worried about
Thursday.
rain. Yeah, they were worried about
They're
rain.
supposed to stop around 5, and Halloween starts around 6. So it's going to be wet out there.
Yeah.
It's going to be very cool.
There will be puddles.
It's going to be very cool and toward the cold side.
I was looking at our game for the Buckeyes in Columbus on Sunday, and the low is going to be in the 30s that day, and then the high is only going to be, I think, in the 40s or 50s at most, low 50s. So it's going to be, and if it's windy, we're up in that 30-foot tower, it's probably going to be blowing up our skirts.
I have 2 pages of Halloween stuff to talk about.
Well, since it's Halloween, or, you know.
I wanted to talk about these before the end of the month because
Well, it is.
once you're in November,
It isn't the end of the month. It's Thursday, October the 30th, 2025.
of the early of the month, the mid of the month, or the end of the month. This is the end of the month. Not the last day of the month. Did not say it was the last day of the month, but
All
it's
right.
toward the end of the month.
Okay.
But I'm checking my other one just to make sure there was nothing there that was.
How do you read that?
That's another reason why people, they say, why did they quit
Cursive.
Cursive, and part of it, the reasoning when I read it was that people could not read other people's cursive writing, so therefore they said cursive writing's not
No
that
one
important.
can read your cursive writing.
I can't
'cause
read it
It looks like
sometimes.
chicken scratch.
Can read it.
Literally, chicken scratch. All right, so give us some interesting tidbits now about Halloween that we didn't know.
Halloween. Here's some Halloween words and where they started and what they mean and what
Make
they
you want to
meant.
think,
The first word is haunt, H-A-U-N-T.
right?
Very Halloween word.
Well, yeah, it's like the
And
haunted junkyard haunt.
When it first started, it just meant visiting the same place over and over. I'm going to the haunt. Going to a place I've been before, but a lot. If you went to a certain
That's
place
stupid.
a lot, it was called your haunt because you went there a lot.
Joe
But over
haunts
time-
the restroom.
But over time, it started to mean what it means today, and to basically unrest and harm at the Halloween time.
Unrest and harm. Imagine that.
Yes.
Okay.
Stress and stress.
Stress and stressly.
All right. The next word, ghost.
Busters.
Ghostbusters.
So
From
what?
1,000 years to now. Some meant
Kevin
it
said
was a
that
noun.
it was in Zaire where they had that boxing match.
Someone's vital spark of intelligence.
That leaves
Joe
you out.
Smith.
That leaves you out.
Eventually morphed into souls of the dead.
That's the ghost.
As Boney would say.
Would he say that?
By the end of the 16th century, he went.
Boney
went.
Boney doesn't talk much.
Oh, he
In
just
fact,
laughs. He
that's
just laughs.
when we did give him a microphone to talk, what he said was we had to take his microphone away from him because he got to be a little rowdy. So he was not the
Not
first.
as rowdy as somebody else I know.
Well, I thought you were referring to someone that's no longer here.
No,
Oh.
I'm talking about someone that's still here.
Oh, okay, all right.
Vampire is another Halloween word. And bloodthirsty undead. And it became famous with Dracula's Bram Stoker in 1897. And part of it came with the...
Now, was this ever proven to be real? Was there actually? I thought there really
there
was
really
a
was a man,
Count
Dracula. Yes.
Dracula.
Back in the day. And then there was rumors, can't prove anything was or wasn't, that he drank people's blood or
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
But, and part of the vampire, part of that name came from, in the South America, there were bats that actually drank blood.
Well,
sucked blood.
They said that people would be asleep, and if they left their cover off their toes, they would alight on their feet, and they would suck blood from their toes.
And
They were toe suckers.
a doctor or whoever at that time referred to the blood-sucking bat as a vamp, V-A-M-P, and then sort of after the females of the time that they called vamps.
Were those bloodsuckers as
They
well?
called them bloodsucker. They weren't literally a bloodsucker, but that's the term, And
They weren't, and they were.
They weren't, and they were. They weren't. They didn't suck real blood, but they called them bloodsuckers.
Some men have referred to their ex-wives as bloodsuckers.
Right, and they called them
Now,
vamps.
I have never ever referred to any of my
And
ex-wives.
women
as
were
that.
called back in a long time ago. If you were a woman of ill repute, they called them a vamp. And so that's
I thought that was tramp.
well, vamp.
Okay.
And because a man could be a tramp and a woman was a vamp. But that's where they got, and then that became part of vampire, drinking the blood of things. The other one is banshee. That's a ride at
The
Kings
cry
Island.
of the banshee.
The ride at Kings Island.
Yes.
I've rode that many, many, many times. It started Gaelic. It was a Gaelic term, and it's a woman of fairyland.
A
And-
woman of fairyland?
Yeah. And if the banshee woman of
Did she
fairyland,
scream like a
yes,
banshee?
if a woman of the fairyland was outside your house and screamed at the top of her lungs, it meant someone in that house was going to die before daybreak. She was the forewarner.
She was the forewarner of death.
Of death.
From dying
in
of
that
what?
home
What
would
would you
die
die
before
of?
daybreak.
What would you die of?
Whatever.
Oh.
Didn't say what
So
you're going to die of. But
it could have
you
been
would
anybody
die.
dying
You
of
could have
for
been
any
stabbed.
reason.
You could have died of a heart attack.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever. Fell out of bed.
Or you could have gotten some bad blood. Never know.
And the word goblin came from the Greek word kobalos and the German word kobold,
And so what did that mean?
the mischievous spirit of the house or lives in caves. Goblins.
Okay. This is all so
Spectre.
interesting, Joe.
Spectre, and I don't mean Phil. Spectre.
What about Spectre?
Spectre is another Halloween word.
Wasn't Spectre something to do with 007 or one of the series, the Spectre, not Spectrum, Spectre.
Spectre.
Yeah, Spectre.
Spectre.
Wasn't that name of some nefarious, bad
Who knows?
group of men trying to overthrow the world?
Never heard
Spectre?
that. It could have been.
No?
Back in, if
Okay,
you're
so
watching
anybody
007.
remember Spectre?
They may have named it that.
Give me some love.
But spectre meant a visible, disembodied spirit. So if you saw this, like, what we would also call a ghost, but they called it a spectre.
Are there many words left? Because I want to take a break.
Two,
We're going to take a break.
three,
We'll be right back when Joe counts how many words, which
three
are
or
like
four.
in excess of 50. We will be back. Right? Will we be
Maybe.
back?
I may be here, I may not.
We'll be back. We'll be back. We may be back. Mics are off.
The final resting place haunted junkyard is located at 988 Polk Road in Sabina, Ohio. Our hours of operation are 8 to 12 of midnight Friday and Saturday nights through the month of October. Our opening weekend is the last weekend of September.
Roller Haven is located at 1640 U.S. Highway 22 Northwest, Washington Courthouse, Ohio. The perfect place for a day out with the family, birthday parties, and even an organization event or fundraiser. Check out our website, rollerhavenwch.com. Or give us a call at 740-335-6481 and we can help plan your event. We look forward to seeing you there.
Mayonnaise. It's not just for breakfast anymore.
Just ask my armpits.
I'm Amanda Martin,
And I'm Steve Burnett. Those stories and more.
including what's coming to the Murphy Theater.
Ohio's hometown theater. It's a museum with a stage in downtown Wilmington.
That's what you can expect on The Murphy Report. Journalism with integrity.
And just a touch of sass.
The Murphy Report. Find us on the Murphy Theater website and on our own YouTube channel with a new report every Monday.
Now, you put mayonnaise on just about everything, don't you, Amanda?
I do, Steve. How about you?
I'm allergic to most condiments. The Murphy Report. If it's news to you,
It's news to us. With the presidential campaign heating up, worries surround first-time voters who are being rushed from the polling station before they can even mark their ballots
Well, Nelly, it's a premature evacuation, an election where no one is really the winner. The winner.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Stories we make up just for you, and the latest on what's coming to the Murphy Theater only on The Murphy Report.
Find us on the Murphy Theater website or our very own YouTube channel.
Steve, have you already made your choice on who you're voting for?
Yes, I have. I've already mailed in my ballot.
I imagine you mail it in a lot, Steve.
Vote early and often. That's my motto.
The Murphy Report. A new report every Monday morning.
And remember, if it's news to you,
It's news.
Roller Haven is located at 1640 U.S. Highway 22 Northwest, Washington Courthouse, Ohio. The perfect place for a day out with the family, birthday parties, and even an organization event or fundraiser. Check out our website, rollerhavenwch.com. Or give us a call at 740-335-6481 and we can help plan your event. We look forward to
We are back.
We are back. I got two more words about Halloween. One I've never heard of, basically. Wraith, W-R-A-I-T-H, is a Halloween word. It's a living person appearing, or replica of a living person, appearing as a specter to foreshadow something bad.
As a specter?
As a specter. So another word for specter, wraith, is a replica of a living person appearing as a specter to foreshadow something bad. So not only just being a specter, but also to foreshadow something bad is going to happen.
Okay,
Also,
all right.
the word, and if you ever heard this word before, doppelganger?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's someone that looks just like you do.
right.
Ugly.
A doppelganger is considered somebody that's your twin, that you no relation, that you just happen to look. I had one when I worked at a company years ago.
I find that hard to believe.
There was a young man there, great looking,
Oh, yeah.
and
Joe, have you ever looked in the
he
mirror?
had been working at this factory for a long time.
Yeah.
Right out of high school, I started working there to make some money to spend on my girlfriend. And,
You were making money to spend on your girlfriend?
well, I
Was
had
this
to,
eventually your wife?
yeah, but you had to take it. If you were going to take a girl out to, eat or do anything, you had to have money. So
You mean you didn't split it down the middle?
heck no.
Oh.
And so I would,
You were an
Get this-
easy touch.
I got this job. Yeah, I was. And, but
Still
anyway,
are.
there was this guy that was already working there. People, when I started working there, people thought I was him because I just started. He'd already been there, but we looked so much alike.
Was that the guy that was in the accident? Got hit in the face by the tow truck?
He was originally from the Cleveland area, I think they said. But he was working there. I went one day because me and him sometimes did very similar type job. I went over to the other side where my aunt worked and was talking to the ladies. My aunt came up. We're all talking. She thought I was him. My own aunt, who saw me almost daily, thought I was him. That's how much we looked alike. So I
Did
had
he
a
have bony
doppelganger.
knees too?
But at the time, it just meant looked humanish. Didn't mean looked like doppelganger.
You looked human.
I looked
humanish.
But over time, doppelganger became to mean
You're double.
Looked like a double.
You're double. Yeah.
But Ray still meant
Well,
someone
said that my doppelganger was Martin Sheen. That he
After
looked
his
he
accident.
looked exactly
after
like
he was
me.
on after
Martin
he was on
Sheen
drugs.
looked exactly like me.
After he was on drugs, yes.
So,
Ghoul, and the last word is ghoul. Ghoul came out in the 1700s, and it was also in the first. It was in the I don't know, not a poem, but a story of 1001 Nights,
So,
aka called the Arabian Nights.
was all this stuff concocted back in the 15, 16, 1700s?
Yes,
Don't
all
we have
these
any?
things where they
Don't we have
started.
any new stuff
No.
Isn't there any new stuff like in 2025?
No.
Don't we have any new
Got to
ghouls?
start in the back.
And
Arabic, the word ghoul, G-U-L, was Arabic, meaning
G-U-L?
evil being and robbed graves and corpse.
Aaron says, us guys are so funny. Yeah, that's a polite way of saying something, Aaron.
Okay, Halloween started. What did Halloween start? Halloween was a pagan holiday.
It was pagan.
Celts, from the Celts.
Celts.
And it was called
The Celts?
Samhain, S-A-M-H-A-I-N.
What?
Samhain. It was called Samhain. And
So the Celts had what?
Huh?
Celts.
Celts, C-E-L-T-S, Celts.
I thought it was the Celts. Sure it wasn't. You say Celts and I say
They got a
Celts?
basketball team.
Boston
in New York.
Celtics?
Boston Celtics. And they called it was called the holiday was called Samhain, and it was around the 1st century is when it started, and it meant winter is swiftly approaching. That's basically
Well,
started the Celtic.
I would say
and
that
it was also the start of the Celtic New Year. Celtic New Year. Sorry. Well, there was the Celtic.
Boston
Celtics, not the Boston Celtics.
Just
Okay.
add cheese. That's all.
And then
Just
there
add
was
cheese.
at that time, the October 31st, there was a wall between the spirit world and the living world.
And what would happen? Would that
And
open
the
up?
weakest point of this was October 31st. And sometimes spirits would cross over from the spirit world into the living world and cross boundaries.
Makes sense.
And
Makes
the Celts,
Celts.
the Celts, if you want to call it whatever you want to call it, you call it Celts, I call it Celts,
Tomato.
hosted bonfires, left food offerings out for these.
What kind of food?
They didn't tell me. They just said left food out for
Like
these
a bread basket
for these spirits.
from the
And
steakhouse.
they dressed up as ghouls.
Speaking about that, you are dressing up Friday, right?
I don't know. And went door to door looking for food. So they would go door to door and then looking for more food. And then in
They were
1600,
hungry little boogers, weren't they?
the religious festival, it was in early America, pulling pranks and doing things. At this time, for some reason, they started pulling pranks, dressing up to pull their pranks, and they had harvest meals. Irish immigrants then came back down donning costumes and carving pumpkins. And the Halloween name came about, meaning All Hallow Night. November 1st was All Saints Day. And All Saints Day was called All Hallows Day.
So was that supposed to clean up the from the Halloweenies?
And
You had to cleanse the air.
then they had the All Hallows Eve. Hallows Eve became Halloween over time.
I see the connection.
The
there.
colors are black and orange for Halloween.
Beaver Creek.
Where did they come up with these colors?
Harvest.
And they said because of the color of the leaves, the pumpkins,
The
the
collar?
gourds.
Isn't it the color, not the collar?
Collar.
Washington?
Collar.
I'm going to go
C-O-L-O-R.
drain my
Collar.
still.
I don't know what.
I'm going to go drain my still.
Nobody's perfect. You know, you're the only perfect person in this world.
Joe, if you're going to be on television, if you're going
I
to be
don't
on
say.
radio,
I say
you
every
should
day. I say
enunciate.
Washington Courthouse.
You need to enunciate.
And you're saying Washington. I say collar. Every time I say the word collar, you go collar or collar, collar or collar.
Tell me, say push.
Push.
He says persh. Persh. I'm going to persh it up.
So, but anyway, there are
yes.
also blazing days and black nights because it started getting darker earlier at this time of the year, and darker. The earlier the night, it got darker, and therefore in the morning it was bright reddish and it was orangish, and then at night it was dark, so orange and black.
Well, we fall back. So,
And then one more thing on this.
oh, gosh.
I got to finish this out.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Even though you try not to ever
All right,
let me.
yeah.
You tell me about something, and then I do, and then you shut me off.
I like a little bit of something. I don't like a 4-hour.
Why do we
dissertation.
hand out candy on Halloween? And it said the Europeans stopped the Samhain tradition. They didn't like the Celtics tradition, but they kept some of it. And part of it, the part they kept was
Gefilte fish. They gave out gefilte fish for Halloween.
they kept out the part around the food and the treats.
Sometimes sardines on crackers.
They kept the part of food and treats, and they carried treats in their pocket on this night, on October 31st, in case there was any spirits out there.
Did they drive
would give
around
them
in
a
white
treat.
vans?
They would-
And give
they
out
would-
candy?
They would give them treats because they kept all these in their pockets to hand out. And
Hope it
for
wasn't
unfriendly
chocolate. It would
spirits.
melt.
In Britain, they made soul cakes. For this night.
It's a
They called them soul cakes.
train. Oh, no, that's
And
something
for
different.
travelers who visit, and it was made for, back then people would walk from town to town to do things, and if they got tired, they'd stop in some stranger's house to rest and get food,
Right.
and they'd had food for them.
And you'd open your doors, wouldn't you, Joe?
Open their doors.
Yeah.
Went door.
You want to tell them where you live, Joe, so
then
they can stop in and have
the
some
American
candy?
children in America, they started the children going door to door, begging for food, candy, or money. And
Oh, money. Yeah,
And money.
that's a good one.
and then they started having parties and parades on this night regarding
Is this
Halloween.
still an extension of your one last thing that you were going to talk
and
about?
the houses gave out candy to ward off the pranks. So
Well, that's true. You
if
didn't
kids-
want them to soap your windows.
You didn't want them to, and they pushed over outhouses at that time.
They pushed over outhouses?
They pushed over outhouses at that time, and that amongst other things they did all kind of pranks. So to get the kids not to do a prank, they'd say, "We'll give you candy,"
Yeah.
and the kids would say, "Okay, if you give us candy, we won't do the prank."
Is that where
and
they
that's
started?
Where it became
Is that where they started?
trick
Did they
treat.
start putting the pins and the razor blades in
Yes.
those?
So
Kill those
there,
little
Rick,
those
you
little
tell
devils.
Me, find something about Halloween to talk about, Joe. I did, and then you interrupt me the entire time I'm talking
So,
about.
do you have an idea what you're wearing tomorrow?
Yes, I do, and I'm
Yeah.
not telling
We
you.
got the big shoe tomorrow.
I mean, I didn't even
Joe
know
Davis,
it.
Joe
walk
Davis,
in.
Sean Grooms,
I
and
walk
Uncle
in today.
Punky, and I'm going to sit behind the television again.
I walk in today, and you go, "Oh, you got to dress up for tomorrow."
Well,
I get a 1-day warning that I got to dress up.
Yeah,
I've got
I'm
an
sure-
idea.
I'm sure you just put a trash bag on.
I've got an idea. You need a trash bag because you're nothing but trash.
So tomorrow, the big shoe.
We didn't talk about the Murphy today.
No, we haven't. The big shoe tomorrow, and also tomorrow night we are going to be at Miami Trace with
Sure, we're going to welcome you to the Big Shoe
the
tomorrow.
tournament game between Hillsborough and the Panthers.
Hillsborough and the Panthers.
And the Blue Lion are playing. Who did we say? Aaron told us.
Tobo Ziziak.
No, that's not it.
Mr.
Let me
And
see.
now Tozo.
I can pull it up here. Let me see.
Washington's playing the red line, red Lions against the Blue Lions.
The new Richmond Lions.
They're red.
No. Well,
The
they
Richmond
are.
school
Their
colors are
colors are
red.
red and black. That's true. Yeah. So anyway, those are the two big games in Fayette County. In Clinton County, do we have any teams playing other than Massey? I don't think so. And who does Massey play?
I have no idea.
Massey's probably got one of those tough teams. Although Massey didn't get a bye this year. Usually Massey will get a bye the first game.
Well, they did. Yeah.
And they only lost one game, so they still had to play. Anyway, they're going to play probably a weak link team, so they won't have a lot of trouble.
But don't worry, I've got a lot of things here
Is that for tomorrow?
to talk about the next couple of days. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm not going to try to talk about it today.
Well, you come in the day after tomorrow and tell us all about it.
yeah,
How's
I
that?
sure do that.
Okay, you can. All right. Well, anyway, what time is it?
It's about 10 till.
10 till 9:50. So, are we going to talk about what is happening here at the Murphy.
At the Murphy Theater. This is where we are. We need to advertise where we are.
No, we are at the Murphy. We're in Charlie's at the Murphy. And
Tonight, and it was on the thing out front.
it's called the Marquee. The Marquee.
On that thing out front.
Okay.
The Nosferatu.
That big sign.
With the Petrine Ragtime Society Orchestra.
The who?
Petrine.
Petrine?
Petrine. Peach. E-R-I-N-E. Petrine.
Petrine.
Ragtime Society Orchestra.
And will they be
It'll
live?
be tonight at 7 p.m. Cost $25 a ticket. Beer, wine, and restless spirits available at Charlie's. Right here where we are now.
Yeah. In fact, being
costumes,
next to Joe,
encouraged. Wear your costume tonight.
Oh, okay.
Rick, come dressed as you are. You look like a ghoul.
That's yes, of course.
And then tomorrow night, the Murphy Theater presents Thunderstruck 2015 American. And who are they supposed to be about?
I think that's the
AC/DC.
Isn't that the AC/DC band?
AC/DC.
It's at 7:30 tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night,
November the 1st, and this weekend you got to set your clocks back, so it's going to get dark sooner, and then in the morning it'll be lighter. So Joe, you'll be able to get up in the light rather than having to go like this. I got to go to the Murphy.
Friday. You tell you what, you're lucky because a couple of these nights it's like I'm in bed, laying down to go to sleep, and all of a sudden, oh shoot, I forgot to turn my alarm on for tomorrow.
Jeff, let's see.
You wouldn't, if I didn't show up at 8, you wouldn't be calling me or anything, would you? Wake me up.
Oh no.
Friday, November 7th, 7 p.m. is Saturday Night Fever.
Is that a Saturday? It's on a Friday. Why would they have Saturday Night Fever on a Friday? Does that make any sense?
I'll ask Steve that for you.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Saturday Night Fever should be on a Saturday.
This should be the Saturday night show.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah.
And its general admission is $7 a ticket, but if you bring your family, it's $12 total. So,
and of course, Fridays are when we play movies, and so that's why Saturday Night Fever, the movie, is playing on a Friday night. But I know that easily confuses some people. So.
And then November 8th at 10 a.m., Coffee and Conversation. Come to the Murphy, and right here in the Murphy, right here
in Charlie's. You'll come in here for coffee and donuts.
Donuts, and then move.
Afterwards, you will move to the main theater. And you might even get a tour of like the dressing rooms and things like that.
It's an open house for anyone interested in learning more about the inner and outer workings of what goes on at our theater.
And remember, you can't complain about not knowing or not getting information if you don't take advantage of something like this.
Come here. Because next year you'll be saying, well, I never know when they're going to have shows, or I never know what's going on, or I have no say in what they do.
Now,
come here.
Do
get
they
some
actually?
input.
What day do they reveal next year's schedule?
It's coming up soon because they're just finalizing it right now.
Well, this says and 2026 season announcement.
So that's what I'm saying.
On Coffee and Conversation.
So they'll start announcing it then.
Which is next Saturday, November the 8th at 10 a.m. right here in Charlie's. And I know there's other things going on, but
if I can get up early on a Saturday.
At the end of the month, Friday, November the 28th, right here at the Murphy at 7 p.m., they're going to play the movie Nutcrackers, which was filmed right here in Wilmington, Ohio with Ben Stiller. And general admission is still only $7 individually, and the whole family can come in for $49.95, $12.
But you skipped over.
Now, I know Alabama Mania, Night Fever.
ABBA Mania.
Oh, yeah.
From ABBA.
The group ABBA. And
Night Fever.
That's a tribute to the
Bee Gees.
Yeah, and that's November the 8th.
And a tribute to, what's that music they played back in the late 70s or mid 70s? Disco.
So Coffee and Conversation in the morning at 10, ABBA Mania Night Fever in the evening at 7:30. I don't know what the cost is for that.
Probably, sometimes they put it on here and sometimes they don't. I'm going to guess it's the same as the regular things like for
Aaron
the
says
theater.
Clinton Massey plays Taylor.
Taylor?
Yeah.
Taylor's usually got a pretty good football team. In fact, Taylor has put Massey out of the playoffs before. They've met before.
They've eliminated him, is
They've
what you're
eliminated him, yes.
So, and Massey,
There's a history there.
that's why they play such a tough schedule during the season,
Right.
which, to the chagrin of some of their fans,
They play their
say,
league,
why
but
do
they're
you...
out of the league. They try to play, instead of out of the league playing smaller teams, weaker teams, to build up a resume of winning record, they try to build up a winning record of, against good football teams.
Well, I mean, the Buckeyes club team do the same thing. The reason they play D3 junior varsity squads is because they're playing basically an intramural schedule with some of the teams that they play.
And they practice 2 days a week, Ohio State Club. The other teams practice 5 days a week.
Right. So any way you look at it, I understand the concept. It's always...
You can't get better if you don't play better competition.
That's right. You need better opponents in order to get better.
And even if they lose sometimes, they'll get more points than another school beating a tiny school.
Well, in the ranking system, that's supposed to happen, I guess. If you play up a division or two divisions, but you lose, then it doesn't affect your ranking as much as if you played a team at your same level.
Or
and
lower.
And you lose. Yeah.
Like if Massey played in East Clinton.
I don't think Massey, that's one of the reasons why Massey no longer plays East Clinton, because you used to get Massey playing, because back in the day...
There was a big rival there.
Oh,
there
yeah.
used to be a big...
I mean, Clinton Massey used to get beat up all the time by East Clinton.
But Massey, since the people from Cincinnati have started moving out and building houses in that area, and Massey built up bigger. Again, now to play East Clinton is smaller than them. They don't. They like you said, they want to play the bigger team, the more powerful team. So it's not that they don't want to play in East Clinton locally and keep up a rival.
They're almost compelled to do that in order to be able to be competitive.
Right.
In the tournament.
It would have hurt them in their football to play East Clinton on their schedule.
Yeah.
And it might cost them being able to play for the state.
Yeah.
So, for that purpose,
and
can't
Massey
do
is
that.
actually a division
But
down.
they still play them in basketball.
Yeah, Massey's a division down from Wilmington. Wilmington is a bigger school.
Right.
And they play them, and they beat them every year. I don't know if has Wilmington ever beat Massey?
I don't remember it. Well, before this coach took over.
It would have had to have been decades.
Before he,
Yeah.
they could have beat, back when years ago when Gary Williams played for Wilmington and Wilmington had powerhouses, if they played Massey, they probably would have beat them then. But in the last 10, 15 years, I don't remember Wilmington beating Massey.
So the big games this week, this Friday, tomorrow night, Joe's going to dress up like a football player, I guess. You're going to be a football player, Joe?
No.
Why don't you dress up as an announcer? No one will ever believe
Nobody
that could
ever
be true.
believe me.
Never be true. But anyway, you'll have to tune in tomorrow morning and find out what the boys are wearing.
I don't know what I can dress up because I freeze my butt off in this place. That's why I'm wearing my coat.
Uncle Punky's not giving you his pickle outfit to wear, so you won't be a pickle tomorrow. So anyway, tomorrow we'll have Uncle Punky, we'll have Joe Davis, and we'll have the other half of the crew from Miami Trace. Sean will be in to...
Sean Grooms. You forgot his name. His name is Sean Grooms.
I don't know what he's going to wear when he comes in, though.
It's a surprise.
Yeah.
How come people say surprise and you go, but tell me what it is?
Well, I think he got the memo. I hope he got the memo.
He'll come in dressed as a
racehorse.
Miami Trace fan.
Yeah. So anyway, well, good luck to all the teams that are out there that are competing this Friday night. I don't know if there are some teams that play on Saturday or not. Are there tournament games on Saturdays?
Not in football that I'm aware of.
It used to be that they played on Saturdays, but they don't anymore.
Well, they're also playing volleyball tournaments on Saturday.
Yeah.
And some of these referees that referee volleyball also referee football, and so you're pulling from your own. It makes it hard to find enough.
You're pulling
officials.
from your own gene pool, just
Right.
like Joe Davis going to East Clinton. Yeah. Well, you everybody have a good evening, and we will see you in the AM, and we will give you more insightful information, and you'll have fun and frivolity from galore from the guys that will be here tomorrow. I'm just going to be running the board, and I won't have to sit at the table. I will, even though I'm a funny guy. But anyway, bye, everybody.
Bye. Y'all have a good time. As Gomer would say, y'all come back.